Hey everyone, welcome back. It's MsMoonsong, and today we have a three message pick a card reading. And it is about your past life and what you need to know to make sure that this life is a good one. So, on the left, we have an agate palm stone. In the middle, we have a moon carving. And on the right, we have a mushroom carving. So, take a second to see which message calls out to you, and then go to the timestamp that corresponds to the message. After that, we'll have the afterthoughts. And if time permits, we'll do some astrology. So, um, see you soon, right after the shuffle. So we're back after the shuffle, and we have message one on the left with an agate palm stone. We have a moon carving in the middle, and we have a mushroom carving on the right. So take a few seconds to figure out which messages call out to you, and then skip to the timestamp so that you can read your message. Thank you so much. Message one, agate palm stone. In a past life, you were actually someone who is on like the outskirts of like paganism. And it says here nature worship, pantheism, druidism, animalism, and Franciscan mysticism. So you're actually like a European style, like pagan. And you have the Ten of Pentacles. Um, Basically, what that means is like you were about to be quite rich, but it might not have worked out in your favor because something might have come up. Um, Fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. I'm actually sensing like a fire of something terrible happened, and you were there and you captured it, but you had to leave. Um, I have the right to be excited, embodying my soul. So, you are someone who has a lot of passions and the right to like be there with them. Um, you have the Six of Swords. Sorry, the Five of Swords. For some reason, there's something that's not quite right. And in order to like rectify it, you have to do something very important. Um, so you have to actually talk to an elder in order to rectify a situation in your life that depended on you to be structured, but you weren't very structured at all. Um, you want to like be the leader, but you aren't the leader. You're actually someone who is much needed as a follower and a supporter and like a cheerleader. But you have to take a step back to know that you are wanted as someone who is like really like excited in life. So maybe maybe you're a promoter, maybe you're like um in PR or something like that, but you actually have to like help the leader be amazing, and that is what is going to really help you. Like your CEO needs to look amazing and you need to make your CEO look and feel great. But you have this thing where you're like a nature person, and because of that you need to honor your natural cycles and your natural like desires, um, to like be happy and supportive and like loving in real life. So I hope that helps. Message two, moon carving. So you have self-expression, natural disaster, Central or South America, exile, esoteric, arranged marriage, older woman, middle Bronze Age. You have the Wheel of Fortune. You have adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. Dissolving judgment. You have the King of Swords. Truth. So I'm sensing that you're some kind of spiritual royalty and you're some kind of person who is a leader and they really need some advice. So make sure when you have this need for advice that you get the best advice possible at every moment. Because if you are not receiving the right information, you could actually fall off your course and you might not reach your destination in the way that you thought you were going to if you don't have this perspective on like your affairs and your issues. So, what you need to do is you need to make sure that if you're in leadership, you are going in the right direction. A lot of that has to do with like facing a battle or facing something that might not be as you planned. So you kind of have to roll with the punches. So I think if you take into account what you need and what you need to do, you might actually find that you are someone who wants the best for others and yourself. So if you want the best for others and yourself, then basically you can create a plan to make that happen. You're someone who is in planning and higher management, and you can actually like be the wind beneath the public's wings. You are someone who needs to understand that you're in a place of high level authority. And because of that, you need to make sure that you are honoring other people around you. So I hope that helps. Oh, this lifetime, oh, you need to put your past in the past and continue on with your future because it's kind of um like a war game. You have to like move your pieces forward so that you know that you are winning. And I hope that helps. Thank you so much. Message 3. Mushroom carving. Hmm. You have early modern age, gluttony, dementia, Africa, abandonment, ascetic, obsessive, husband. You have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. You have imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Rewiring the nervous system. I find strength in surviving my traumas. And you have the Hanged Man. Okay. I'm seeing that you need a new perspective on life. You had this really traumatic past life. I see a lot of enslavement, a lot of your ancestors were pretty downtrodden, and like I'm seeing shackles. So I think that you have this like past life trauma of being in like an enslaved nation where you need freedom. And now you're in this place where you can go get that. So, what you have to do is you have to like use your imagination so that you can like imagine a better future where everyone is free. So, when you do that, you'll know that you can achieve freedom truly if you learn from your past and build a way towards your future. So, I hope that helps. Thank you so much. Afterthoughts. So, we have early Stone Age, hubris, animal attack, jungle, accident, nature based, possessive, and adult male. We have abusive technology, accident, island, um, persecution or torture, polytheistic, celibate or asexual, young male, age of Atlantis. We have the high priestess in reverse. We have empathy. I'm open to seeing both sides of a situation. We have balance in reverse. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. We have success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. We have invoking self realization in reverse. Each breath confirms how awake I already am. We have uncovering confidence in reverse. I am the missing piece that completes the puzzle of the universe. And we have the Seven of Cups. So here's what's going on. There's two styles of people. There's a young man and an old man. The older man knows something, and the young man is a little bit dangerous, actually. So the older man talks to the high priestess, and the younger man wants to work for the high priestess, but the high priestess doesn't need anybody. So actually, those two need to go about their own business. Um, so this reading is about like you going in your own direction and making sure that you are part of a society that really like loves you and everything you do. So what you have to do is you have to weigh your options and then pick one and then go for it. If you don't pick one and you pick more than one, you might feel overwhelmed. We don't really want you to be overwhelmed. We want you to stick to your goals and stick to your guns, and maybe then you'll be okay. You'll be successful. So, um, what I think you should do is I think you should consider doing like a past life meditation so that you can understand like who you are and who you were and what you can do in order to help society blossom. Um, the goddess and God are the ultimate, and they need to be helped at all times. But you need to have a good connection with spirituality because I can see some like polytheism and paganism here. And you need to make sure that you're understanding that there is like a spiritual hierarchy before we get to the material hierarchy. So, with that, I want you to really think about your goals and what you could do in order to help society come to fruition, and in like a really good civilization. I think that's really important. So, what I want you to do is I want you to take a step back and then um, plan like a retrospective kind of atmosphere about your work, and then see like what does the world really need me to do, and step into like your ikigai where you're helping the world with your talents in a way that everyone needs. So I hope that helped. I had a really fun time reading for you. We'll be back with astrology in a moment. Astrology. So tonight, we have a bunch of stuff going on, and as it relates to our past life um, issues, I'll talk about that later. So, what we have going on is that we have the sun in Aries next to the moon in Aries, which means we're feeling very powerful right now. And we need some direction as to where we're going because actually, your moon in Aries means that you're feeling like revolutionary and you want to like step forward so that you can figure out what it is that you need to do to enact this like passionate leadership style. So, what we have going on right next to it is that in Pisces, we have Neptune, Mercury in retrograde, Venus in retrograde, the North Node, and Saturn. So, this collective in Pisces, what this means is like you're either up or you're down. in like pursuits of like emotional leadership and I want to say it's kind of like naval pursuits. We're still in World War III, so I kind of want to talk about that just a little bit. So, your karma and your karmic baggage is there from like a past life, and you need to deal with it. Your North Node is saying like go forward, but when you go forward, you should maintain your like connection to like your family, your ancestry, your people, and your relationships around you. So what I want you to know is that like your um is that you are someone who is very special and you need to keep going forward in order to find who you really are. In a past life, you are someone who was really hurt. And in this present life, you are someone who really needs to defeat the evil that put you there so that you can move on to the next thing. So, we have Pluto in Aquarius, and that's symbolizing that we need to revere our ancestors and our dead so that we can understand like how thin the veil is and how we can proceed through grief. So we're all carrying this like past life grief with us, and we don't know why, but we have to put it away somehow. So um, make sure you're cleaning, meditating, and making sure that your sacred space is perfect for you and your altar practice. Like I said, we're in World War III and we have Mars in Cancer, and that means that we have to stay well defended and we have to stay where we are at um, where we are in a place that is safe for us so that we can defend what we need to defend and move forward. Jupiter and Gemini is talking about how you need to be super smart in order to um, really see your leadership style flourish. And then we have Uranus and Taurus, which is telling us that we should stay home and go within for our spirituality and our like mystical nurturing. So I think uh, overall, we have this really beautiful lit up sky, and we're really excited about prospects for the future. But one thing I'm seeing is that this past life trauma and this past life baggage is really holding us back from success. So we have to deal with everything psychologically before we can proceed mystically. So I hope that helps. Thank you so much. I had a wonderful time reading for you today, and I hope you enjoyed this reading because I really, really enjoyed doing it for you. Please know that I'm available for personals. You may contact me personally, and you can catch my other videos too on here. You can skip around and bounce around to your messages and comment if you liked something, and I'll do more of it. And like that. So thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.